Lights Out is a survival horror set inside an everyday house. You start the game inside an unfamiliar room inside your house. This unfamiliar room will act as the main menu within the game. Each wall within the room will have writing on it which explains an option. So as an example, one wall will have a start button on it. Once you press it, using the action button, a door will appear for you to go through and start the game. The other walls will include an in-game volume, game instructions, and an exit button. The aim of the game in Lights Out was to traverse the house in order to find 5 flashlight pieces. Each of these pieces will be located within a specific room in the house. However, as you will go about the house into the rooms, the lights in the rooms will start to flicker. This is a warning that the lights will go out soon. Once the lights in the room go out, the player will have a few seconds to get out of the dark and back into the light before the creature gets you, and it's game over. To show the creature getting you slowly in the dark, a hand will move very slowly across your vision, making it harder to see. Once the hand is completely across your face, it's game over. But it's not just the rooms that are dangerous. Throughout the hallway, an AI will be patrolling, walking around it. If you bump into the AI before you've collected all the flashlight pieces, it is instant game over. Within specific rooms as you walk in, an event may happen. This event will attempt to scare players through the means of jump scares. Other rooms will have no scary event and will just use the tension to scare a player. As discovered, tension is far more scarier than several jump scares. The game is won when all 5 flashlight pieces are collected and the player faces off with the Darkness AI in the hallway with the flashlight.
In the current stage of development, we've managed to put in lights which flicker when you come near them and then eventually go off. This will then be linked together with the damaging mechanic, which will eventually kill you once you've sunned the darkness for too long. As you can tell, they go out after a certain amount of time, but after a while they will turn back on. I think it's about 5 seconds currently. In each of the rooms we've got individual wands which have all been put from blueprints. So each room will have its own trigger, so if you go into them then you will die if you stay in them. The layout of the level is designed in a way so you have a central hub in the middle which you can navigate around easily, whilst also having rooms off to the sides where you can get trapped or lost in. If you get trapped in these, you're most likely going to die. However, while in the centre, this is going to mainly be where the monster will be roaming around. So if you stay in there for too long, you are most likely going to die.
These are just some models we've created, low poly. We're going to add more detail to them further on, but it's just to represent what, like where things are going to be placed within the level. So we've got bathroom assets. You've got some like bed, a table, a shelf, another shelf up here with a can, like little objects like bottles and cans, and we've got a ladder. But the objects in the environment are not just going to be standard, just there, not really doing anything. We're going to put them, incorporate them into the game by, say you could walk past this shelf and then suddenly this might fall onto the ground and then make a loud noise or a bang and like make the player jump or feel like something's chasing them. We also need to add textures onto these, but yeah, this is just a few of the models we've created so far.
At the start of the game, the player will appear in this room, which then they can interact with the writing on the wall. The light will be normal at the start, and when the player enters some of the rooms, the light will start flickering. As you can see, some rooms have a different flickering lighting effect. And when the player gets past a certain point in some parts of the game, it will trigger an event. Here, when the player enters the toilet, the light will turn red and the door will close and will not open unless the light turns back to normal. And if a player stays too long in the room, the light will turn off.